All right. Did you wash your hands? I don't want you touching my brand new mouse if you haven't washed your hands.
I did wash my hands.
Do you want to get you some Dettol?
No,
I don't want to... No, the back of your hand I will, just to make sure. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Good work.
You're sniffing my head. That is weird. But anyway.
It's okay when Joe Biden does it. Oh.
Welcome back to Nightly News. Why do I always... Every bloody time.
Stop!
I know, I need to... But it is the... I don't know.
It's not yours.
I'm either going to lean into it and do it all the time. And welcome back to Nightly News. I like it. I like it. I might be doing it every time.
You don't look like it at all.
But that's not a Keemstar one.
It is.
No.
He started it.
No, this is... that was a different delivery. It's not a Keem... That's my own delivery. That's like the... Professor delivery.
I guess it is actually.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Thank you. Okay.
I will.
You will.
I'll concede.
You'll concede. All right. Nightly news. There's stuff to talk about. Anything in local news? There's a big thing in local news.
What?
I have a new YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the Shadlands has been launched. Go check it out. It's a new channel. It's going to be chronicling the development of the castles I plan to build in the future, but along the way, because that's a long-term goal, there's a lot of small things that we need to do to build up to it, like putting in a road to get better access to the property, but that is going to be an interesting journey in and of itself. And so there's all the little things that we're going to be doing to build up to it, but also there's going to be other interesting things, the activities that we do on the Shadlands. And so recently I tested out different tools that I want to see if... Because I do stuff, and finally, do you do stuff? But I do stuff on the property that's related to the property, and I need tools, and then I get more... And so, yeah, there's videos of me testing out different tools. There's going to be family vlogs. There's going to be cook-ups, like we're just cooking random outdoorsy stuff. And it's actually going to be great fun. Go check out the Shadlands. We'll do links and everything. We already have a lot of content in the works. There's also behind the scene vlogs as well. We might even maybe behind the scene vlogs for Night's Watch, but I just can't trust.
No.
Probably not.
I actually was thinking we should probably do a new channel for behind the scenes stuff and stuff that you find too boring to put on the main channel.
Well, maybe, because that isn't what the Shadlands is. The Shadlands is a dedicated channel with dedicated content. But there is behind-the-scenes stuff of maybe Shadowverse and other things of me building things. So it's going to be like a very hands-on doing stuff channel. And so it's not dedicated for like a secondary behind-the-scenes stuff. But if we end up building something, it's a very project. All the projects that we're doing. And so if there is a project that we end up doing for Night's Watch, that would actually go on the Shadlands because... It's like a hands-on channel. Check it out. My father is joining us on that channel. My wife is also... you won't see her, but she's present. You'll hear her voice.
She'll be filming.
And my kids are joining us as well. So it's going to be a really wholesome channel. You know, so wholesome it makes you sick kind of thing.
So wholesome you can't make a dick joke.
Well, yeah, actually, that wouldn't go on the... Yeah,
I know, I cut it.
Yeah.
You should have stayed.
That's why Oz is just not on the channel at all.
You guys made the joke. Well, actually... You started the joke. I finished it.
Like, Oz was helping us film one of the Shadlands videos yesterday.
I'll put the joke up.
We had to cut so much crap that he was just spouting off.
I was filming for 5 minutes.
Could you?
I had to cut 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's funny. I was suggesting, I got screws. This will do the job, won't it? Dad's like, no, we'll use that. So size doesn't matter, does it?
Well, when it comes to screwing, size does matter, yeah.
Yeah. Of course you'd say that. And 1, 2, 3. Look at that!
It's so smooth!
So I was expecting that to happen. Anyway, so local news for me. What about you guys?
Oz, do you have anything? I'm going to try and remember if there's anything local.
I'm watching Better Call Saul with the bros, and I'm finished Wheel of Time book 2.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
We actually want to do another Wheel of Time kind of discussion about where Oz is now in Wheel of Time book 2, and we could do even maybe a book review. Or
I have
something.
to take a break of Wheel of Time though. I just got Norm Macdonald's book,
Okay,
paperback, so I'm gonna read that and then review it.
Oh, cool. Okay, so diving into regular news topics. This isn't one that we'd usually review, but it is prominent in kind of the not pop culture, but is culture. It's a very culturally related thing.
Yeah.
But it's the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. So,
Oh man.
I mean, my reaction to this, right? I'm amazed that so many people are just starting to realize how much of a horrible person Amber Heard is.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the stuff came out of her saying,
Back
you
in
know,
2016
you
or something
know,
like that.
like go tell the world that I Johnny Depp got hit by a woman and see how people react, and all this abusive crap that she's been doing against him has been out for ages, and now only people are reacting and responding to it.
Yep.
But it's been out for ages, but I guess at least more people are starting to clue on to. Now, I get that he's got substance abuse issues and everything, and he's not a perfect person, but there's no evidence at all of him raising a hand against her in any measure.
Yeah, in fact, by all accounts, he's a stand-up guy. Like, he reminds me of you, actually. Or you remind me of him, or
I'm not
vice versa.
a drug addict.
No, Shad, you're not a drug addict.
Thank you.
But there's, like, he's had, like, people come up on to defend him for his character, as character witnesses, and they're like, oh, yeah, I was living in my mum's garage doing paintings for $20 on the sidewalk, and he flew me over, put me up in a penthouse, called up all his rich Hollywood mates, and said, hey, take 6 weeks to paint, I'll do a art gallery showing for you, and you can keep all the money.
Serious?
He's done that for so many people. He's
Really?
just the nicest dude, yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that because, like, I find a lot of the trial stuff a bit tedious. There are some highlight clips that I look at. But before we continue on too much without Nathan saying a word, Nathan, give us a discourse on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
You're married, you're in a young marriage.
It's not as bad as this, thankfully. I think, especially with evidence with Amber, she's definitely not a very good person at all, and very manipulative. And she has that
She's been diagnosed with associative something disorder.
It's borderline personality
Borderline
disorder.
personality.
Yeah. And you can see that clearly. And obviously, being celebrities, they have that like mantle on them that they're obviously better than other people because of that celebrity.
Johnny doesn't.
He doesn't, but because he's a celebrity, he has that character about him, like all celebrities do. But if you take away all of that away from them, then
No,
it's just painful to watch. And Amber's lawyer is just like calling out everyone.
She's just interrupting you. Answer the question.
I wouldn't know about interrupting at all.
Can't stand.
lawyers are allowed to do that, but also there was a time he objected to his own question. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And you're not meant to say that. If you object to your own question, you say strike that from record or something like that. You don't say I object. Yeah.
Is it? I thought Amber Heard's lawyer was a she.
There's like 3 of them. One of them was a
there's
she.
multiple.
I think she's gone. I think she got fired.
No, she fired her
Publicity
publicity
team. Yeah, I know.
team.
But I think she also fired the female lawyer because I haven't seen her. So, yeah.
Not very progressive of her.
Not really.
I'm just saying.
But at the same time, she also,
Like-
called out Johnny Depp like, hey, he beat me when it's the reverse. So she's not a progressive person at all.
I know.
They never really are they? They just say they are. But no, Johnny Depp, he's revealed a lot about his life through this court case. He had a sad early life, man. He got abused by, emotionally abused and physically abused by his mother. He started doing drugs when he was like 13. And like hard stuff.
That would be hard to kick if you started that.
Yeah, like heroin when he was really, oh man, this poor guy. And it makes sense he's the most chill guy alive, you know?
He's always high.
He's always, basically, yeah. But so is Snoop Dogg, you know, no one complains about him.
There was something else I wanted to say about him. And so whoever's editing this is the...
He's a great actor.
cut. Hang on, I need to remember what was it.
We do this sometimes where everyone stop. I forgot what word, you know.
Yeah. It's because I get it was the thing I said before. If I remember it later, it'll annoy me that I didn't mention it now. It's too much pressure. Don't look at me. Can't do it while you're watching.
Well, it makes the memory crawl back up.
Now, was there anything other aspect of the trial that I want to talk about?
Amber Heard was once with Elon. Do you know that?
Yeah, good thing he avoided that.
Yep. Darkest timeline right there. Where he gets so jaded from Amber Heard that he becomes a supervillain.
Oh my goodness.
And then buys Twitter.
Oh, that would not be good.
Yeah.
He buys Facebook in that universe.
What's important about this trial and why a lot of people are shedding light on, why we're addressing everything, it actually sheds light to some of the failure in the Me Too movement, where you shouldn't believe all women. You should look at the evidence and actually see. And if there is legitimate abuse, absolutely. Okay. Harvey Weinstein, absolute scumbag, right?
27 years.
Absolute scumbag. But then a lot of other people, opportunists, have taken advantage of that to, just lie and ruin people's lives, which is horrible. Johnny Depp's career has been ruined in a big way. He was the abuse victim.
Well,
and it goes to show you how willing people are willing to believe women versus if a male has been abused, and it happens a lot. And
I disagree though, because originally I heard about all this, and I didn't think, Johnny Depp's a monster, like back in the day when it seemed like when the narrative was he was the bad guy. I didn't believe that. It's the news media and the progressive people over in Hollywood that are like, well, she said it, so we're going to go with what she said, They don't care about what's true or what's not. They care about how they seem based on their opinion, like how the public views them based on their opinion. That's why they virtue signal. So,
So
I just want Pirates 6 with him in it. That's all I want.
Well, actually, the most recent pirate movies, even with Johnny Depp, have been awful.
But not because of Johnny Depp. He's always great.
No, the character of Jack Sparrow has changed, and he was such a whiny, not knowing what he's doing.
He's always not
idiot.
knowing what he's doing.
No, he was competent in the first one. Like, his incompetence was very competent, and he'll pull off these, somewhat still unrealistic, disbelievable things, but there was some competence to it. Like when they stole the ship, or it looks like they were stealing it, and they swung over.
Okay,
It was
that was bad writing. That was bad writing there. That scene was stupid. Why would the entirety of the ship abandon it?
But I'm saying they frame it in a way that he is still competent and clever. Like when he takes the coin in the first movie and to get immortality.
That made sense.
Like, he's actually competent and clever.
Established the rules.
Then
but if
the most recent one is a bumbling idiot who just bumbles into success, and it's not any credit to any cleverness on his
Did
path.
you watch the newest one?
The most recent one I watched was...
I didn't.
Well, then you've saved yourself.
I just watched number 3 the other night.
It's the one where they end up trying to steal. It begins with him stealing a vault or something through the streets, and getting dragged like Fast and Furious style. And
that's way after me.
You haven't seen
it. Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad, and they kind of ruined Jack Sparrow, and again is now. And so I don't really care about future Pirates movies, even with Johnny Depp, because...
Okay, fair enough. Tell you what, he wasn't good in Fantastic Beasts. But those movies sucked on their own.
The movies were just crap, period. Like, I checked out after halfway, not even after, I was like even halfway through Fantastic Beasts, I was like, wow, this is garbage.
Yeah, it was on the TV when I was in hospital and it got a code blue. It was that bad.
Okay, so next one. Look, this is actually very relevant to social media. So even though we like to focus on, pop culture, video games, and all that stuff, things pertinent to social media, we also just because that affects us as well. And you've already kind of mentioned it. It's the Elon Musk buying Twitter stuff.
Yeah.
It keeps going. He's just slaying everyone. I love it. I think it's great.
Look, everyone else is hopeful about it, right? Me, not so much.
And I gotta be with Oz on this one.
Really?
All right.
Low one? Just a low one? We don't want the camera to see. It's too gratuitous.
Nathan, I want to hear it from you because it'll make more sense.
Yeah, you'll believe it if he says it.
It'll sound far more salient.
Okay. I don't like how the way that they've solved this big problem, or they're trying to, is by getting a really rich person to take over something entirely. Because, for one thing, since he's bought it, there's been a few bots deleted, but there haven't been any major changes.
I think there has. Heaps of
as a personal user using Twitter,
conservative and centrist people have come back to the platform. Heaps of conservative and centrist people have gotten a massive boost in followers. I've gotten a boost in followers.
Nice.
Like, I have an extra 1,000 followers spread over several days. Ever since he bought it, people are just coming back to the platform. People have already been testing it and saying things that you would usually get cancelled for, and they're just saying it just to test, and nothing's happened. So it's already got more free speech on the platform.
Okay.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah. I think so. Look, I don't want to put too much trust in Elon.
I get the issues about too many people having too much power, especially the big companies and really, really rich people. But if there are these really, really rich people and these really big companies that are just screwing over so much, we want at least some good ones to counteract it, and Elon seems to be at least that in a small part. or a big part.
That's the thing, though. Small part. If a president of the United States can't solve this problem in 4 years, then a rich billionaire who owns Twitter isn't going to solve it either. I'm just sick of everyone being like, it's a new age.
Actually, I'm not sure. Like, you're talking about Trump, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, he could have put more protection in free speech. Absolutely, they drag their feet.
And now it's even
massively
gotten even worse, because guess what Biden's trying to do now that Elon runs it? You know, the Ministry of Truth.
Ministry of Truth. Holy crap! How Orwellian is that? And you'd think we'd be, living in a fiction. But this is really happening.
So for anyone who...
And the person...
Can tell them?
What?
For anyone who doesn't know?
Oh, that Biden's making a Ministry of Truth.
Yeah.
And the woman that they put in at the head of it is literally already objectively guilty of spreading false news and propaganda. Like, it's blatant. There's evidence of her. And so they have a full-on ideologue at the head of the Ministry of Truth. But
that's my point.
Absolute crock.
And they've only done that because they feel justified to do it now that Elon owns Twitter. Because he's a dangerous blah, 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 whatever they say, right? But it justifies it for their side, which is why I don't like it. They don't need to justify anything to our side.
What is it actually going to do? Are they just going to make...
They're going to delete videos off the internet.
Is that what... Because if it's going to go that far, that's really
Yeah,
evil.
they're going to demand information about users. They're going to do all the regular stuff.
Because, when I say I love what's going on, I do. I'm not sure how much this is going to change what's going on in society and things like that. It's only one small little front, but it does seem like the centrists and conservatives and are getting some victories. Like Netflix's stock has gone down, so has Disney. They're getting some slap back for
Doesn't
the
matter
crap
if
they've
their
been
stock
pushing.
goes down. They get the loans from investment.
It can only last so much, though.
Well, it cannot.
No, you know why?
Any other time would be right. But the Federal Reserve literally prints money and gives it straight to BlackRock.
But the thing is,
they're the fourth arm of the government in America.
We know that's
company.
not going to be. That's not sustainable. Any economist knows looking at this.
But guess when it all collapses, who's going to be the ones that
businesses
feel it?
and stuff.
Not them.
No, but they the reason why they're trying to make changes is that they know that even though they're getting propped up by just a crappy abusive system, that it'll still fail. They've noticed it.
Yeah.
Netflix has been trying to make changes to fix their revenue sources.
Yeah,
Disney
they
is
brought out a Cuties 2 with drag queen kids.
Yeah,
Shad.
I know, but
embrace the black pill already. Come on.
No, in some areas yes, in some areas no. But I'm not saying that. This is what I was saying before about the Twitter. It's not going to change everything or fix everything. But it seems one area in which there's a bit of a win.
Look, with any news story, there's a surface level reason of it, like this is what they tell you, and then there's the reason that they're telling you. And the reason that they're telling you is the actual...
Not always. I agree for many of the ones with a narrative, but not always.
They're either trying to block a certain
What about
narrative.
us?
What about us? What do you mean?
Do we fall into that? Are we a news source?
not.
We're not a news source.
Of course not.
We're not a news source, so that's why.
We're not a news source, we're opinions.
Yes, we're
Don't
opinions.
ever mistake us for a news source. If you value the lives of your children and your children's children, only listen to CNN.
Anyway, there's a larger debate Oz and I have about, I agree in part, but you say it so blatantly and we'll just leave it at that. I think there are areas in news that, and usually it's not the mainstream ones, but there are ways you can get certain reports of news that are not so agenda-driven or have that secondary purpose. Sometimes there are that just want to share the news. This is what's going on.
Okay.
Okay? It's May the 4th for us.
Oh, yeah.
And depending how quickly we get this out, this might be out on May the 4th in the US.
If I'm editing it, it'd be out quickly.
Well, hopefully, maybe, because maybe it's May the 4th for you. And this just makes us lament and weep at what's become of Star Wars.
Yep.
But, by the way, I've also released something in kind of conjunction with May the 4th. It's my Rise of Skywalker fight scene review.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be out with this as well. Check it out on Shadiversity.
Finally.
It's one of the big in-depth, it's a fight scene autopsy. Go to town. And instead of celebrating Star Wars, it's ripping apart how atrociously crap the fight scene is in that movie.
No matter
Because that movie is so bad!
No matter how finally you tear apart Star Wars, right, you won't do it as bad as Disney have. Yeah.
It's just, oh, gosh. What hath become of Star Wars?
What hath become of the world, dude? Everything's awful now. It's like that. What's that Lego song? Everything's awesome.
Not
it's the inverse.
Almost, but not everything.
The Mega Bloks version
like
of that
us
song.
here at Night's Watch. the bastion of sanity in a world full of stupidity and craziness.
No, we're just as dumb, just in different ways.
Yeah, probably right. So anyway, yeah, May the 4th. Anything else Star Wars related?
Later this month, I think it's the 26th or 27th, they have Star Wars Celebration, which I don't know why they're doing at the end of the month. But that's when everyone's show comes out. They're going to...
Sorry, that's my reaction. That was my honest reaction of, oh yeah, there's an Obi-Wan show.
Show's coming out.
And I just laugh because I know it's going to be horrible.
And they're going to announce like the Ahsoka and like basically new seasons of shows that have been doing decently enough.
You know what's going to be great about the Ahsoka show? They won't try to replace Ahsoka in it.
What if they do though?
They won't.
But what if they?
They won't.
Well, all right. I'm not catching it. I'm stupid.
Because
Pointed out,
we've noticed a trend with Disney shows.
Yeah. Oh, they're replacing.
Hawkeye.
They replaced the strong male characters.
No, they replace. Well, if the show's named after the male character, like Loki or Thing or Hawkeye, then they try to replace it. Or what was the other one? Mandalorian.
Yeah.
They basically did with season 2.
Yeah.
With Gina Carano. Anyway, but they replaced her too, didn't they?
Well, they got rid of Gina Carano. But all right, they'll probably latch on to, and if they because the thing, I love strong female characters and everything like that. Alita Battle Angel, one of my favorite films, but they don't know how to write them. Like so many people, and so they'll probably ruin Ahsoka. But going by track record, they'll ruin Ahsoka too.
It's the projection thing all over again with how they write female characters. They say toxic masculinity bad, yet they write their females to be overly masculine and toxic.
Yep.
But with Alita Battle Angel, none of that.
She was feminine. She had a hero's journey and arc where she had to learn to become strong and everything.
And a badass.
She was a total badass. She had failings, so she was naive and she got betrayed. Like it's just
graceful.
Graceful. She was a great character.
Yeah.
Like she deserves a presence in the Hall of Fame of the great female action heroes of the past, like Ripley, Buffy, all the great ones and everything.
You watched that with Mary's parents and your dad the other night. How'd that go?
Yeah, they enjoyed it. My dad really likes it. Like
Good.
It's just a good movie.
Nice.
I mean, it's not perfect. There are flaws in it, but there is so much to enjoy that
outdoes the bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And the last thing with Star Wars is that Respawn's going to announce their sequel Star Wars game.
Oh, to Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
That was actually good, wasn't it? Fallen Order. Like I heard good reports of it, and I played some of it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
like
perfect
Souls
because
one?
it was rushed, but hopefully the sequel's going to be a lot better.
It was more like a Tomb Raider action, maybe even Nathan Drake actiony kind of, where the levels have a kind of flowing. There are puzzles, but there are moments where it goes into more a cinematic kind of thing where you're still interacting with it, but it's more of like this big action set piece stuff. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's like Uncharted and Dark Souls had a strange Star Wars baby.
I didn't find it very much Dark Souls.
Because they had the pits you'd sit at to like level up.
Oh, was it?
And the combat was a lot more Dark Souls-y, but people didn't actually get through the end, mostly.
Well, I didn't finish it. If it had character creator, I probably would have.
Did you finish Elden Ring?
You know why I've stopped? There's a reason.
Why?
Mods. I'm waiting for the mods to catch up.
Okay. I've got a modder who on Patreon every month he lets you make one request.
I want more armor options. I want a better character model and stuff, and I'm waiting for.
He can make you any particular weapon you'd like and any particular armor you'd like, or reskin an enemy for you.
Do I have to pay him?
Well, I'm paying him, so I'll do it for you.
Maybe, but like. That's also, Baldur's Gate 3 isn't released yet, so I really want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm waiting for the release, and so because I don't want to play the older game, and I want some of the reveals and the story and everything to be revealed to me while I get to enjoy the mods at the same time. And
speaking of games you're playing, did you get started on Halo 2?
No.
Oh.
I
told you, don't do Halo 1. It's too slow for you. You won't like it. But Halo 2...
Okay, I can give Halo 2 a go.
Okay.
All right, next item in the news. Who wants to say this one?
I will.
Okay.
But, did we finish? Hang on, I know this is my fault, because I went to go on to the next news article, and then wait! I want to do something, so it's on me.
What?
Has Disney doing anything on May the 4th?
No.
Because I hope they don't deserve to.
Children.
Yeah,
that's what they'll be doing. Yeah,
probably.
Get them.
They'll have a thing on Disney Plus saying, "Look, watch the Star Wars movies. Watch Rey. And they also
Oh.
all the Star Wars games are on sale on Steam, but it happens every year.
Okay.
That's like it.
All right, now I can move on.
All right, Avatar 2 trailer leaked. See how easy
I
that
have-
is?
yeah,
Just do it.
I just
say
do it, yeah.
You don't have to say, look, get good Avatar 2 news.
Shut up. I have not seen the trailer, but I've seen random images floating
Yeah.
about. And okay. This is the weird thing, right? I still think Avatar 1 is an enjoyable film. It was way more positively received when it first released than it is now. And a lot of people are saying that it's actually not that great now.
The movie's not great, but it's a technical masterpiece.
I don't know. I
at the
still
time.
like. I haven't watched it recently. I still have good memories of my enjoyment of the film. I think yes, they ripped off a lot of other things, but it's a Pocahontas story essentially. The
White
thing is,
man
though,
saviour movie, that's
I
what it
don't mind them redoing a classic story in a new way.
Yeah, it's a cliched story type. But
It doesn't bother if it was interesting enough and it was really visually pleasing. You know.
Well, that's why it's good, is because they used so much really, and none of it's Uncanny Valley, all the CG. It all looks really good. It's also what, didn't they...
The weird
megapixels?
tentacle tail. They're a bit
Weird tentacle tails.
tentacle.
What do you got against
The
tentacles?
tentacle scene.
That's Nihongo-phobic right there.
That's a bit weird. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, yeah, so there's a new one, it's called The Way of Water.
No, you're saying anyway. You gave
Oh,
up on
it's a
that.
technical thing.
Yeah.
Didn't they invent Quixel Megascans for that movie specifically? Or like it brought up that... Anyway,
I would have much rather preferred the guy. What's his name who's making it?
James Cameron.
He should have gave us a leader too, but it just didn't do
He's
well
only got
enough.
so much time, and he's been promising Avatar 2 for
I know.
like since the first
Ages.
one actually. Yeah, so
So with the people kind of getting blackpilled almost on the original Avatar movie, is that the right word?
that's your version of blackpilled for people like, oh, this movie isn't as good
Look,
as
I
everyone
might
said.
have been not been the best cultural reference. What's the word of being woken up to? Is it red pilled on the original? I don't
No,
know.
it's just people don't love it as much. It's like
Give me a good cultural kind of
for the person who's like, no, Oz, that one little thing about it changes it from being a MacGuffin. You can't say it's a MacGuffin.
I
now.
was right.
But you're like, no,
I
guys,
was
people are black pilled on this
absolutely
movie.
right.
People are red pilled
Okay.
on this movie.
If I'm wrong, I'm glad you called me out on it.
People have entered the
Thank you, Oz, for calling me out on it. I really appreciate it.
Whatever, man, don't yell about it. Like, just
You're welcome.
Anyway, so I would just say people don't love it as much. They've fallen out of love with it.
Yes.
Like my parent. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, they have, right? And as a result, I'm surprised at. There seems to be a bit of hype though around it as these images being, and even I saw it. I was like, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it. I'm going to check it out. It's funny. My anticipation is still very low, but it is vastly better than anything Disney is making.
Yeah.
Like Doctor Strange
think
is
Disney-
out now or is out tomorrow, right?
I think Disney is making this.
What, the Avatar?
I think Avatar's Disney.
really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But okay, in comparison, right? I am only forcing myself to see Multiverse of Madness because we get it for the review. Basically, I have no desire to watch it.
Should we watch the trailer quickly? It's like 2 minutes.
The Avatar trailer.
Avatar trailer. Just watch it quickly.
Maybe, but I am more interested in seeing this next Avatar movie than a big budget like Marvel release.
Here's some warning signs for you. You know the bad guy from the first movie?
Hang on, the
military
army
dude.
guy, the military
How
guy. Didn't he
killed.
die?
He
Yeah.
did. He was shot by what's the old saying? Arrows dipped in neurotoxin that will stop your heart in 1 minute. So pretty deadly arrows, right? And they completely impaled him like 4 times.
Yeah.
He's back. You know it's a bad sign when they're
That is
reviving the villain from the first movie.
That is a
they
bad sign.
killed.
But he was a good villain.
I mean,
But he was dead.
But, look,
Generic
yeah, I
bad
know.
military guy.
If they can justify it,
They kind of do.
Yeah,
Given that. He's
okay.
back, but as an avatar.
because that's what I mean.
Yeah.
If they can justify it, I could be on board with it.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem as desperate and such a blatant, just jumping the
You can say the
shark.
line? So you got to say the line.
Or the-
You got to say the line with the sign and everything. Somehow Palpatine returned.
It was
just did?
so creatively bankrupt. That is like, oh my god.
Wait, Disney creatively
I
bankrupt?
know,
No,
right?
never.
Like, you could not have gotten a bigger sign of how desperate, and they just had no idea nowhere else to go.
My Italian mate, who'd never seen a Star Wars movie up until those movies came out, right? And he's this big film aficionado. I love Tarantino. I love Nolan, right? He's like, oh, dude, that's the best movie I've ever seen. And then I just asked him basic questions like, okay, what about this? He's like, okay, that makes no sense. What about this? That one too. And then by the end of like a 10-minute conversation, he's like, okay, this movie sucks.
It's such an awful film.
Yeah.
So, all right, like I said, if they sell it right, they can justify it. It doesn't ruin it for me.
You know how the avatars of them that they project themselves into, they're grown from their own DNA. It's like a half clone. Well, that's his avatar has his memories.
Okay,
so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, all right. Like I said,
It's more creative than just he returned.
Yeah, like,
somehow military man returned.
It's like
He was wearing a bulletproof vest and he survived.
Didn't you die? I got better. It just keeps on. It's like
I did, but I lived.
it's almost like what they did with Palpatine. It's like you need something more than that.
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay, so look, Avatar 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
You know, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm not so black-pilled on Avatar as other people. I'm just doing it now to annoy you.
I know. It's working. So let's just move on, huh?
Okay.
This one. Do you know about this? Nathan, do you want to do the delivery? Because you kind of look like Peter Parker.
Look, I don't know if we need to cut this news story or not.
No, this is staying.
But basically, so there was a pro-life and pro-choice protest in the States.
Because things are going on over there.
Things are going on. You could guess what our position are, being, Christians, okay?
And basically, this guy in his protest, he climbed a skyscraper.
And what did he call himself?
He called himself the pro-life Spider-Man.
But it's not an official statement that Marvel put out. This is
No.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
some random guy.
No,
who
Marvel
was-
put out a statement. They said, yes, we support killing babies.
Well, they're pretty close with them supporting a lot of political bills lately, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Yep.
Disney's become awful.
Yeah, but this
Okay.
young kid just climbed an entire. Got arrested once he reached the top, but he.
Hey, if he wants to climb a building, it's technically against the law, but
Just watching the
sure.
video, made my hands clammy though because of how tall the building was, and he just went up and he waved to people inside, like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" But that happened, so
Just your friendly pro-life Spider-Man. Yeah, but what was some of the tweets that people put out? Like,
one person's like, "There's an editor somewhere in New York saying, 'Get me pictures of pro-life Spider-Man now!'" And I'm jealous of that person's job today.
but that's the thing though, right? Now that he's come out as...
Was he wearing a Spider-Man outfit?
No.
Then why is he calling him, I get the
climbing a
climbing
building.
connect. Yeah, obviously.
And he's trying to save babies.
That's not enough to claim the title of Spider-Man. At least commit and wear the outfit. Poser.
Here's my worry though. This guy, right? He's got a life, right? He's a regular person.
Are you
Wouldn't
sure
he be
has a
concerned?
life?
Yes.
sure?
The guy can climb a building. He has a life. Like the people who don't have lives, I don't know where I get this authority from to speak, but they won't be able to climb buildings. I don't think I'll be able to. Maybe a tree or a steep incline for like 20 meters, but not a building.
20 meters?
Okay, 15 meters.
More like 5.
I outran Nathan up the hill.
Did you?
I did. Well, he walked up the hill. I ran up it.
Yeah, I
and
conserve
passed
my
out.
energy because I have to do, the rest of the shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I also just lay down.
Yeah.
But, okay, what about the Skyrim one?
What about Skyrim?
The Skyrim one.
Yeah, you ran over the hill.
Yeah, I was going down a hill.
And then up a hill.
Yeah, to get up and to go down it, but still.
Anyway, don't forget I had to run there and back.
Yeah.
There and back again.
You didn't have to run though.
Anyway, so can I tell my joke already? I've been trying to... Okay.
But before we go on to...
Can you hand me an axe, thank you? Anyway. Actually, hand me the axe this time. No, the axe
I
is there.
started
No.
fake laughing, but then your frustration made me genuinely laugh.
Anyway.
I'm holding back.
So, with this guy... I don't want to tell my joke now. It's gold, but you guys keep...
Go! Do it, us! Say anything!
I can't now because now I've said it's a joke, so...
Do it, us! Go! Go! Go!
Isn't this guy, like, worried about the effect this might have on, like, his girlfriend if the people on Twitter come after him because he's pro-life Spider-Man? He should try to conceal his identity somehow. Whatever. See, if I just told that without the interruption...
That was it. That was it.
Because it's just like
that-
Spider-Man.
All that build-up?
He has to conceal his identity because people come after Mary Jane.
That's
Well, it would have worked if you guys weren't...
lame.
Dicks.
You could do better than that.
You'll... See what I put up with, people? See what I put up with? Every day I'm like, oh, Shad, so good at your job. Nathan's so good at your job. And they're like, oh, it's your Every day.
We
Excuse
love
my
you.
language.
You do a very good job. Like, I compliment you huge on the
No,
last
you
edit
don't.
did.
Every day, retard, fat retard. Every day. I'm okay with the
coming
fat
out
part.
The last edit, the video you did of the Shadowlands, I compliment you heaps. You did a great job.
Yeah. That's more like it. More of that.
Do you want to do the last
That's far from the
news
last.
article?
Bud, that's far from the last. We've got a lot more.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, how long have we been recording? 30 minutes, dude. Come on, that's a bit premature of you.
Oh, sure.
All right.
Is it still recording? Do you want to check?
Yes, it's right.
I'm paranoid.
See, there's a little timer.
But that's the backup, not the
See
camera.
where it says? No, it is the camera.
It is the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we can go. So the Halo TV show sucks, right?
Sucks. Big donkey ball sucks.
Big donkey balls. Yes.
It's that, like, it sucks even more than that. It's crap. Utter steaming crap.
Okay, that's a bit. So you're a bit black pilled on Halo.
No, the show is awful.
Anyway,
Watch our reviews. Have you seen our reviews? We've got reviews out there.
yeah. So the show is awful, and it has nothing to do with Halo at all. Literally nothing to do with it.
It's
Except
like
the
that.
name.
Like, and they appropriated the outfit and certain names here and there. But if you were to change the appearance of the Spartans and the names, you would not recognize this as Halo at all.
So there's this actor called Stephen Ford who was in it Vampire Diaries?
Yeah, he's just in a bunch of like smaller indie stuff.
Yeah, smaller stuff.
Never heard of him, but I'm getting the impression I'm going to like him.
Yeah, so he's like, fine, I'll do it myself, Thanos
Do it.
style.
Do it.
And he's doing his own thing about the ODSTs, the Orbital Drop Shock Troopers.
Dude,
Yeah.
do it.
So remember that little video I showed you where they're dropping in from the atmosphere in the pods? Those are like their special forces. And for years, whenever they're talking about, a Halo TV show, they always say, the fans say the exact same thing. Do a drop pod show, but do it in the style of Band of Brothers. Because Band of Brothers, right?
Was phenomenal.
Yeah, but they were airborne troops, right? They dropped it behind enemy lines, just like those dudes.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So he's actually doing it. He's doing it on a shoestring budget.
Hang on, is this like just fan made? He doesn't need right? So go, man.
And he put out a not casting call, but like, hey guys, I'm doing this. Give us a hand. And yeah, everyone's reaching out.
That's awesome.
I'd put some money in if I could.
He's also before this he did a Ghost of Tsushima fan short.
Yeah,
so he's done stuff before.
Look, he's amateur, but he's pretty decent.
Mate, like, we need people like this to, like, because I already get the impression it's going to be, it's not a high bar to pass, but orders of magnitude better than the Halo. And people will support it, and hopefully more support. This is how we hopefully get some decent media again. We need people like this just doing it.
And because it's a fan-made thing and all that, and not actually connected to Microsoft, they can have Halo music. Because Mario...
Sorry, that is just glorious. Like, a fan-made thing having the official Halo music versus the official Microsoft card.
For anyone who doesn't know, so Microsoft owns Halo, right?
Yeah.
But they don't own the Halo music. That belongs to Michael Salvatore and Marty O'Donnell, my two favourite composers ever. They've owned it for 20 years. There's a big law dispute, but they won. They won the dispute, basically, it looks like now. And that's the reason there's no Halo music in the Halo TV show. So it will be in this. Marty O'Donnell is perfectly fine with anyone on the internet using his music for their videos. He's a bloody legend, that guy. And he's a Christian conservative.
Awesome.
And that's why they've booted him out of the industry, basically. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's great. Oh, man. If this has the Halo music, like, this will be so authentic. Like, fans will embrace this as canon, and because they are just rejected the dumpster file of the Paramount Plus show. Oh, this would be great.
Well, there's a video we have to respond to later. Look out for that.
Indeed.
All right, there's some more news down there somewhere. Oh yeah, 343 pisses off the fans again quickly. There were some rumors that they were making
What is 343, Oz?
343 Industries. They literally named their studio based on the villain of the game.
Of the Halo games.
One of the villains.
So this is the studio that is in control of Halo at the moment.
They named it after the autistic little floating robot. It's like, okay. So they pissed off the fans because, one, they're not releasing any content for their newest game, which had less people playing it than the 10-year-old games. And they put out some leaks saying there's going to be a new one that they're making, but no, it's just some DLC content. So people are pissed at them, which is par for the course for the past 11 years. So, yeah. Nothing new.
Adobe Caroline holding off the internet's vicious attacks against After Effects. What is this?
So I was on Twitter, which is, something we don't...
Which isn't nearly as bad these days.
No.
I've been on Twitter too, Nathan, recently.
Yeah.
Twitter?
Yeah,
Actually, I did see your post about the different swords.
Yeah, I've been posting swords. You could get on Twitter now, Oz.
No.
Okay.
I'm not a normal
You're still on
that.
4chan.
Well, I lurk there, okay? I'm not, there all the time. It's just, if I want to read the news, I'll go there, and they got better takes than Twitter.
Oh, that part needs to be cut.
What they... Oh, okay, let me rephrase that.
Gosh!
Let me rephrase that.
It's like...
Let me rephrase it, okay? They have more truth on there than Twitter does. Like, they got a lot of lies and BS, obviously, because it's the internet. Not everything's true on the internet. But they have more accurate stuff.
And there are some really bad stuff said on
Yeah,
4chan.
obviously.
Okay,
There's tons of awful content.
Yes.
And I would not recommend any Christian or person of good standing and moral character to ever go there, right?
Get off of it!
No. Dude, I was watching South Park since I was 7 years old, okay? I was bred for that website.
You can do what you want. It's your life.
Thank you. Can we get back to the story?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Got a bit weird then, didn't it?
It did. Okay. Nathan made this joke. Shut up, you're not even my real Shad. Nice one, Nathan. Oh, man.
I don't like being in this position.
What's that? Look, you're an old fella, but you're still just my good friend.
I am.
Yeah. Who I, live with and work for and do everything that he says. Nothing like my father at all. I don't see him as a father figure.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, so one of these guys I follow on Twitter, Ren, he works for Corridor Digital, and they've done some really cool VFX stuff. They got viral videos. Anyway, he was ranting about After Effects.
Yes.
Because it just wasn't working for him, and he's like, we still need to use it. And Adobe Care, or Adobe Support came to help him. And we got some comments from them, because poor Caroline, who's probably just got this really tough job of having to respond to people on Twitter,
Oh, this looks interesting.
was basically her being like, with the first screenshot here, she says, hey, is it because of the Wacom tablet driver? And Ren's like, no, I've never used a Wacom tablet in my life. Why are you talking about this, Caroline?
Again, do you want to read them? That's it right there.
Let me do the character. Was this about the Wacom
No. Nathan has to be Caroline. Nathan,
Nah.
Come on, you do the feminine voice.
No, I'm gonna. I can do a girl voice. I'm not even gonna try and do a girl voice. Was this about the Wacom tablet driver conflict? We were actually discussing how to fix this issue a couple of hours ago, and your name came up. We can advocate for a deeper recoding on our end. Happy to carry the torch for you, Caroline. By the way, Adobe products have some massive issues. I'm a dinosaur. It's really hard for me to change things, and so I'm still editing Adobe Premiere, and that friggin' program crashes.
Move on to DaVinci.
I know. I need to.
Right, so can I do the voice of the guy, or do you want to, Nathan?
You can.
Okay. Actually, no. You be the polite guy. I'll be the rude people on the internet because my voice just sounds.
Well, no,
vulgar.
basically, he just says that, like, I've never used a Wacom tablet. Like, again, this issue isn't anything specific. It's more the problem that, like, your program doesn't work. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, basically, a lot of her responses are, we were talking about this the other day. Oh, we were discussing this with the team, like, last week. It's like, there's lots of discussion about things aren't working and how to fix things. But everyone's just mad because they're like, it's been like this for 10 years.
Yeah, you've been discussing it for ages. Why don't you bloody actually make a program that's reliable?
We hear.
They force us to pay friggin' enough.
Well, there's comments about that too.
Where is it?
There's one where they ask about subscriptions.
Can I read that one?
Okay, so someone says, why is the interface of every Adobe app so outdated? It's good software, but the GUI ... It's like, yeah, we've been around a while. We recently started investigating in UI modernization. Have you used the latest release of Premiere Pro? Happy to take feedback, Caroline. And their feedback is?
Okay, so I'm sorry. Yeah, rewrite the program.
We'll
bleep that, obviously.
We'll bleep that.
Sorry, I'm the convert, so I feel bad now. Like,
yeah, you should feel awful.
I'm not used to it.
So was that it? Oh,
that was it.
Yeah.
There was one thing. Scroll up, click the link when you see it.
Oh,
Scroll
hold
up.
on.
It's not on there?
There's a monthly subscription one, and they're like, the majority of our production have two types of like monthly options, whether you pay like for the year or pay month by month. And we think this is a great service, like poor okay, I feel sorry for her because she's probably working for a crappy company and her job is to like find ways to get around it.
It's
But
never
also,
good.
you can't defend this company.
Well, no, it's
the
your
amount
job
they
to.
make you pay is insane. Like
Yeah.
I've had to pay for the Adobe suite, and it is crazy amounts. When DaVinci is free,
And you don't use it.
and I know, like I should. There's
We
no
literally had a guy
excuse.
come here from DaVinci HQ, or wherever he came from.
He wasn't from DaVinci AQ, but he
Well,
taught
you
you
knew
guys
it
how
was
to use it. Actually, I will use it the other day, just briefly.
If you want us to teach you, we can teach. It's easy. It's so easy.
Yeah, I agree.
We can teach anyone to do it.
I should. Because like I said, I still use Premiere, and it's friggin' annoying. And but I do like Photoshop, and I know Critter is good.
Critter is just exactly the same, basically.
Nah, it's not though.
Okay, sure, it's not. It doesn't do everything, but it does enough.
Like Photoshop is like that's their strongest one. Like they're the. Because like I don't think I have any issues with Photoshop. Photoshop's still a good program, but the money they force you to pay.
I just wish I could get a perpetual license. Just pay for it once.
Yeah.
Like get a CS6
say-
version.
Yeah, the subscription model friggin' sucks. Just let us pay
keep it.
for a mod, like just the 2022 whatever, and I'd be happy with that forever. I don't need to constantly get these friggin' updates.
Yeah, it's every day. Every day Creative Cloud's like, Nathan, do you want to update 16 apps?
He's got PTSD.
I don't want to!
That's- yeah,
But
never updated.
someone made a funny joke. If you scroll up, there's a link of...
Everyone was going after her.
Because everyone's just like, what are you doing?
Up,
Up,
the
this
link.
there.
link. This
Yep.
link.
Click on...
Just yeah.
Like, she's just ready to defend.
Caroline is a one.
She's going down.
No, but like seriously, no one likes being the target on the internet. It sucks.
Yeah.
So, and it's her job to do that. So I say good on Caroline. If she's taken all that abuse and
see,
just being like,
usually
look,
the
okay,
thing is
guys,
though, but people in that position actually have no power to make any changes.
I know.
They're just trying to pass the buck and appease legitimate criticisms that she can't do crap about.
That is
She's just
literally
basically here to say, yes, I understand, and she can't. It's a bull crap job.
that is the job description of a politician.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But like again, she's not a. She's just trying to calmly be like, okay, guys,
We
how
just
can
want
I
to
help
find the
you?
issues of the program, but...
She's not. She doesn't be like, hey, your program sucks and screw you. Like
She should
come
be
on.
like, yes, I know we suck. I'm stuck in this
No.
position. They forced me to say.
What if someone came and said like, oh, dude, Oz, Shad, he just rambles. He's crazy. He's insane. I wouldn't be like, yeah, that's certainly true.
No, you could say there is some truth to it. I'd agree.
I can.
Yeah, I
Okay,
do
'cause I
ramble.
have been saying that the entire
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I've been saying it's crazy. All right. Yeah.
There's a whole thread that I thought was funny, and also just talks about, there's... companies suck.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's still
not
no
this one.
alternative to Adobe.
Yes, there is.
No, like, for the full... There's no Creative Suite replacement.
There is. Drink up, ye hearties, yo ho. It's that simple. Yo ho and a bottle of rum.
But if...
We do not endorse.
And that's why you fail. Because you're paying for this crappy program. Find free alternatives. Easy. It's all out
Yeah,
there.
there are some good free alternatives. I do.
And if there's not free alternatives, there's a certainly free version of it.
And that's I think that's it.
That's it.
That's all
That's the nightly news.
That's it.
There's no other news happening this week. Just that.
Yes.
We capped it all.
So until next time, stay on watch.